Episode 297 of Chair Shot Reality here on WrestleZone.com. Beautiful studios of Point Park University in downtown Pittsburgh. 300 coming up on the week of Survivor Series. Frank the Clown, the super fan of all super fans, the daughter of the hardcore legend Mick Foley, the beautiful Noelle Foley. Follow them both on Twitter. They will be here in studio, and you never know what other surprises you might get. That's all presented by TagMeADate.com, the first ever dating website for wrestling fans. He's Josh Eisenberg. I'm Justin LeVar. We're live on Periscope. Hello to everybody there. That's where you can see this show first, at least the first segment, on Periscope. And Josh, the topic at hand is Roman Reigns. Is it his time? Is he ready? Is it finally Roman's time?
Believe that it is time for Roman Reigns to get the main event spot, not for just 1 month, not for just 2 months, but consecutively. You've seen Roman Reigns do one of two things. You saw him elevate himself to the main event level at WrestleMania and defy the odds and defy the criticism and put on one great main event. And then he came back down, all the way down to the bottom of the card, really middle of the card, not really much to do over the summer months, get this close to becoming Mr. Money in the Bank that everybody did not want to have happen. And what did he do? Naturally, organically, he became the fan favorite once again. You're not going to please everybody. Not everybody's going to love Roman Reigns. But Monday night on Raw, in the Fatal 4-Way with him, two other world champions, and Kevin Owens, who is obviously the internet darling, the internet dear, everybody loves KO. Roman Reigns' star shined brighter than any of those three guys. He is ready. He is ready to sell merchandise. He might not be ready to be world champion, but he's ready to be in the conversation as a world champion.
Roman Reigns, the rebuilding project has been pretty organic, and Josh is right. You're not going to please everybody. Roman is forever always going to, as long as he's booked as a babyface, he's always going to get booked, or he's always going to get booed, in certain cities, the Chicagos, the New Yorks, the Phillies, and that's just that. When he gets ever booked as a heel, it may change. But bottom line is, to the general population, to the general wrestling fan, they are supporting him. And when you watch wrestling, again, it's all about booking to that casual person because you have the hardcore guys sucked in. When you watch wrestling, when you watch WWE Raw with somebody who's not as in tune, is not as smart to the product, Roman Reigns is that guy that stands out. He has that Rock kind of look, that charisma, that movie star good look. This is his time, and I think there is a conversation of him becoming WWE World Champion. What hurt Roman Reigns last time around was it was kind of almost a foregone conclusion. You knew, you saw how hard they were pushing and building him. You kind of felt, okay, he's going to win the Royal Rumble, and of course the Rumble was in Philly, which is a hard town to please. So after he gets booed on Philly, fans in other cities, after they hear something on TV, they then catch on with it. Here's the trick. Seth Rollins is at the height of his heel heat. I think it's borderline. People are kind of tired, maybe getting tired of him being champion. It's been a long run. You don't see a run this long in this day and age. So it's a time where you can get the title off of Rollins and people will be interested. Also, Survivor Series. It's in Atlanta. Roman Reigns. Use the video package, sell it. Roman Reigns played football at Georgia Tech there in Atlanta. So this is the right time where you can combine the local audience feel, give those WrestleMania kind of personal packages. This might be the moment he surprises everybody, he wins the world title, and the fans continue to build that momentum.
I think there's an opportunity for him to be the champion. I just don't know if it's time to say, Seth Rollins, relinquish the title and give it to Roman Reigns. I don't think Seth Rollins should have dropped it to anybody else that he's faced up until this point, and that's including Brock Lesnar. I thought Brock Lesnar should get a championship reign again sometime, maybe not 3 months ago at Battleground and maybe not next month. But when you put Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, I want Roman Reigns to connect with the crowd even more. You're not going to please everybody, but what happens if Reigns gets that close again, gets that close a second time, and maybe a third time he gets screwed over? What if he gets screwed over by Dean Ambrose? We're waiting, and it's planting the seeds on Monday night. Earlier the week before on Raw, Dean Ambrose, it's inevitable that he's going to turn heel. He's going to turn on Roman Reigns. Wouldn't his first or second championship matchup be the perfect time and potentially a triple threat match maybe at the Royal Rumble?
It would certainly be good heel heat if Ambrose costs at Survivor Series Reigns the match, but I also think you can do just as much good business because you're running out of challenge for Rollins. And obviously I think Triple H, that is an eventual match for Rollins, but Rollins doesn't need to be champion. So I say if you have Rollins drop it to Reigns, Reigns gets his moment in Atlanta at Survivor Series, the Survivor Series that's celebrating 25 years of The Undertaker, we'll talk about that later, big moment for Reigns, and then the next night, as Reigns is trying to celebrate, that's when you have Dean Ambrose potentially stab him in the back, and you're off to the races. You have Reigns, Ambrose for a few months, and then maybe come WrestleMania, there's a lot of things. You can do the Shield triple threat. It might be a whole other different title picture. This Mania is hard to forecast.
Well, let me rewind this.
So I'm not sure,
let me rewind this really quick for you. You said that it doesn't necessarily need to be Seth Rollins versus Triple H for the title. I think you keep getting Seth Rollins wins no matter how they come against every competitor, and there's nobody left, like they said on Monday night, So what about Triple H crowning? Triple H saying, you know what, Seth, you've beaten all these guys. I'm the type of guy that has done this, that has done what you've done. The only person that can stop you is the game.
Let us know what you think. Please comment below. Please pass the video on. Please follow everybody on the show here on social media and Twitter. It's going to be an exciting month here as November approaches, as we build a Survivor Series. A lot of things to talk about, of course. The return of Alberto Del Rio, and of course the abduction of The Undertaker. A lot of things. We'll touch all of it.
Can you do it?
The rest of the weekend here. Chairshot Reality, WrestleZone.com.